Have you ever heard of active agers? Active and aging aren't two words we often put together, but we're about to see some very active agers on this edition of Community Canvas. Welcome to Community Canvas, where we paint a picture of the wonderful things happening in communities across Barbados through the Community Development Department in the Ministry of Sports and Community Empowerment. I'm your host, Zianka Springer, and behind me is the Drax Hall Resource Center in Drax Hall, St. George. This community has a thriving seniors group called the Active Agers. And believe me, these seniors are active. I can't wait to give you a glimpse of one of their exercise sessions held recently at the nearby Frankie and Lambert Pavilion. Let's take a look.
The reason why we started this Keep Fit session because the seniors wanted to be more active. They were sitting home eating and drinking and they were not moving their bodies. So they wanted to come out and exercise and keep their bodies and their minds flowing. These classes are held sometimes at the Drax Hall Resource Center or at the Frankie and Lambert Pavilion in Whitesnell.
Hi, my name is Renee Critchlow and I am one of the trainers here for the Drax Hall Active Agers program. So I'm here on Thursdays along with another trainer that's here on Tuesdays. So what I typically do is to incorporate a bit of strength and then we dance. So the importance of doing both of them is because as we know that when we age, sometimes movement can be a bit iffy and tricky, but the thing is to continue moving so that you would not seize up, so to speak. This time we started with the warm-up, which I always do, and then we went into core work. So core work is extremely important because it also factors into the pelvic floor muscles. And if you don't know what the pelvic floor muscles are, they're the muscles down there. And usually as a lot of women age, they might come in contact with issues like incontinence, prolapse, things like that. So that is why I do incorporate these types of exercises. Holding that tension again, I'm barely lifting the foot off the ground. I'm back down and lifting up and down. So you don't want me up here. So you got to use your lower abdominal muscles to actually get you to lift the legs, left, right, left, right. So then after that, go into the strength activities because again, as we age, some of us might be losing a bit of strength and we still need to be able to do our daily activities of living. So we work the upper body and the lower body in conjunction. So it's a total strength workout. You will have your knees slightly bent, so you don't want your knees snapped like this. So slightly bent, and you're starting that movement with pushing all the way back. Push back, and squeeze up. 7, push back, and squeeze up. 8. You bring your hands up, if you're bringing them together, and then pulling back, then push up, and pull down. 6. Push up and pull down. 7. Always body is upright. So you're down and up, pull down and up, pull down and up. And then we get into the fun part, where we move, where we dance, where we free up and where we have fun. The main thing that I would say that I have to do a bit differently is to sometimes slow down some of the movements, but there isn't a big variation. One of the things that I typically also do is to incorporate a lot of movements that will call for balance, and then even encouraging the active agers to actually count so that will help with the cognitive function, so that is brain function. So To sum it up, just balancing and things that will activate the brain a bit more are the main differences that I would do for active agers compared to younger persons.
I would say for me, it has many benefits to me because when I was not exercising, sometimes you feel sluggish, you feel down, but since I came back to class in 2025, it was an experience to me. At this moment, I feel more confident, more relaxed, and more when you see a light, like you don't have much weight. So I think that's one of the benefits for me so far. Personally, for me, I used to exercise before, so some of the workouts that we are given, I have an idea, but then you should not get discouraged when you can't get the exercise done because it's a learning process. So you just keep moving. You might not get what the instructor is doing right away, but once you keep moving, eventually you will get to that stage.
This is not only for the group. Other members of the community as well has joined us. So far, the reports or the reviews are awesome. I am also part of this journey as well, and it has done me great because I am flexible, more flexible now. I'm not as tired as before, and I'm really enjoying it.
I don't know about you, but I think what the Community Development Department is doing for these seniors is nothing short of spectacular. Now be honest, do you think you're as fit as these seniors? Well, if you live in or near the Drax Hall community and you're interested in joining the Active Agers, you can visit the center or give them a call at 535-3182. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at ComDev Barbados so we can show you more of the great things happening in our communities. And if you want more information on the Community Development Department, its centers, or its programs, be sure to visit www.comdev.gov.bt. That's it for this edition of Community Canvas. Until the next one, I'm Bianca Springer, and I'm wishing you an active and empowered week ahead.